Lloyd's Total Fitness. This is talking about natural training and what your beliefs are, how far can you go naturally, and just to give you the mindset and the vision, and just to see, tick some boxes in your own mind, as it were, ticking boxes in there that what you're doing, and sometimes people might leave you standing or whatever, it doesn't matter, but what you know you've done off your own back. And then you can see other individuals sometimes just go past. They might be training naturally, but I'll leave it up to you to decide, and we can see what levels we get to. So volume 2, I'm going to talk about fitness. Let's cover running. So I've done quite a few years running because I joined the army back in 2000, that was. So I was like 21, 22, year and a half after my mum sadly was found dead, and yeah, I needed to get away. I was in a dark place, and I enjoyed fitness up to then at that point in time, and instead I was starting to drink a lot and get into fights and get into trouble and getting arrested, and I just knew that if I didn't get away and go and do something, my life wasn't going to be much cop, let's say. It wasn't going to have much of a life, because we were all in a dark place, and yeah, I wasn't going to be getting any good to come where I was and everything else. So I thought, went into work, I used to jog, and I stopped doing everything basically. Just stopped training for a while, just lost my way, and couldn't be bothered, didn't want to be bothered with nothing. But then I thought, well, you enjoyed it, so why not carry on and get back into it? And I started running again with a friend, and he's a lot smaller than me. I was still, fairly big lad. Always been over like 15 stone and fairly solid. So I always done a bit of weights as well. I was much better with weight training than running. I was just quite slow runner, but last at everything at school and all that. And always, miles behind everyone. Everyone could vouch for me on this. That yeah, I was just really not very good, and generally not very fit. I don't know if it's just not genetically a runner or anything, but I thought, I'm going to give this a go, and I'm going to see where I can go at the running. And yeah, I need to be able to run to get in the army. So I hadn't even run a mile up to sort of that point, and was not really that good. So not long after, I started running down on the beach just to get away and clear my mind. And I enjoyed the running, because I did feel, apart from absolutely fucked and blowing up my arse, that took my mind off everything for a bit. And some days I wouldn't be able to even do a mile. I'd just have to keep stop, walk for a bit, and then run and walk, and so tired and so unfit. And I can remember running my first mile and I was happy. Don't know what the times were, but they weren't very quick, let's put it that way. Very, very slow, that was very slow. Wasn't much more than, say, 10 minutes, if that, for a mile, so very slow. But yeah, I was just wanting to do something and get away. So yeah, I focused on the running, and then I had my friend, and we used to go running on the beach, and months went by, and and then I thought, well, I'm going to try and get in the army now, and hopefully I'm quick enough and I can pass the fitness test and get in. And that was Marines I went for first, so, but that didn't work out. It wasn't the fitness I failed on algebra. Back in them days, didn't know what it was. Well, I was not very great at school on stuff, so yeah, you just literally didn't know, and the waiting list was another year, and I thought, do you know what, I haven't got another year. So I carried on running, carried on training with everything what had gone wrong, and I was determined to go back and and get in and at least get in the army. So I went back down a couple of weeks after, I was a bit gutted about that, a bit pissed off, but I just thought, well, it's not meant to be, so move on. And I just focused on the army, went in, and within a couple of months they had me ready to go away to do my fitness test and everything else. And that was a long day, but a hard day. And I remember, I mean, most people probably laugh at this, but this is truly where I started out. And I've been running and, you know, every week, every month doing the runs, and short distance, long distance, covering it all. Yeah, and basically I just scraped through, just passed. I got under 11 minutes, and they sort of said, right, you've passed, and that was okay. And then the other guy said, but you need to make, the following week you need to make it under 10.5, and this is for a mile and a half. So I just scraped in, got the 10.5, and that was how it was for a few years. It's always 10.5, 10:20, 10.5. You know, you had the 30-second leeway from there, and that was the fitness test. So probably 800-meter warm up, then do your mile and a half, as well as other exercises, of course, not just that, press up, sit ups, which I was pretty good on them. I was strong on the abs, and the press ups never even bothered me. Even without training, I was always good. So, you know, strength wise, and like I was saying on my strength volume, the first one, yeah, I was, you know, mega strong anyhow, and only being able to lift them weights in my eyes was amazing. But then seeing other guys lift more weights than me, it was just mind blowing that, you know, these smaller guys could lift all these weights. Anyhow, we were talking about fitness, and yeah, it wasn't my best attribute sort of thing, but I stuck with it, and years went by, and yeah, I got to another regiment in Germany, and they realised I used to do a bit of boxing, so I thought, oh, I would do the boxing. But then every morning was this run, was this mile and a half fitness test every morning. You know, years of this, and I'm having to do it again. And even when you have your fitness tests sort of every 2-3 months, you have to do them as well. So should be getting good. I'm just like only now getting 10 minutes, but still it's a struggle, it's an effort, and I'll still keep, you know, getting them done and doing other distances as well. So, you know, week in, month out, I'm running these distances, doing the 3 miles, doing the long boot runs, everything. And I just thought, one thing at a time, is just really focus on getting that exercise down, where basically I can get it on to 10 minutes. Let's look at 10. So cracking the 10. So, you know, I'd go out, I'd hit a different mark, and I'll basically run that. I'd try different ways. I'd just limber up gently, do the warm up, and then the second time, basically, I'll do maybe go all out and just see how long I can hold it for. Really push the pace, and, you know, swings and roundabouts. But I cracked the 10 minutes, and in the end I thought, well, I've got to warm up, and then I just got to go for a pace and just, you know, push the pace up to the edge before I'm absolutely above that lactic acid, that threshold. So I'm just holding it. I knew where it was, because I've done a lot of 100% effort runs and intervals as well, you know, 400 meters, 2s, 1 by 100s, you know, might do 6 back to back with a minute rest, and training like this for years. And then, you know, I cracked the 10, and then the next one's, you know, let's get down to that 9:30, that PTI level. And I can always remember, it's so hard to get then to 9:30. So only looking at over a minute, shading a minute off my time, but it took years, absolute years on that distance. Obviously my 3 mile got a lot faster. I was getting close to 20 minutes and stuff, and still doing all my sit-ups and press-ups as well with the exercises, pull-ups. I could best I ever done back in, you know, absolute peak when I was doing all this training as well. I managed to pull out 20 pull-ups. It was only because me and my mate had a bet, and every week, you know, we'd go on the bar and he'd do one more, and then I'd do 11, then he'd do 12, and next month he'd do, you know, 13, and I'd do 14. So, you know, we just had a bet and done like that, a couple of quid or a drink. So yeah, in the end I cracked the 9:30, so I thought I'd give it a go. I'd go in for PT, because the press up and sit ups, I was being able to do 100 of each of them in under 2 minutes. So yeah, that wasn't a problem. And we had a few runs before, and I was hitting sort of 9:10, 9:01, and then the 3 mile I hit 18:03, and yeah, so it's close to sort of nearly 5-6 years training, doing this fitness stuff. You know, focusing on getting faster, getting quicker, and I knew when I was getting there, that 6-minute mile pace, and absolutely flying that, I'd achieved. I don't believe I could have got much quicker. You know, I was literally pushing it there. I could hold the pace for sort of 3 or 4 miles, and even over the shorter distance I still just couldn't get a bit better. I might, between sort of 2.5 and 3 miles, I might shade a little bit more off the time, where probably I've just settled in a bit more and got the breathing. But I sort of might be hitting 5:55 mile pace, and you know, for someone over 15 stone, 16 stone, I thought it was quite quick, but I wasn't really fat. 30-inch waist and sort of 46-inch chest, 48-inch chest, so I was quite solid, and I was pleased with what I had achieved. And you know, I just knew I'm never going to get any quicker, really, not after putting all them years of training in. So you might be looking at getting down to like the odd second or something, just shading it off. But that's it from me for that, for the fitness side of things. But yeah, there was other people who I knew who would absolutely fly past you, but they were probably runners anyhow, so maybe hard to judge that one. But what could you physically do? You know, obviously weight's going to probably come into a big part of running, not just like lifting weights, but with the running. So yeah, maybe say if you're that weight, how quick could you go at my weight, and what you could achieve, or if you're only 10 stone and you can do it in, you know, five minutes, then, you know, see where you got at. What was your quickest sort of run time, sort of the mile pace, and that was it. I was never really a brilliant sprinter anyhow. I think sprinting, I believe you either got the power or you haven't, and yeah, you can work on it within a certain percentage. So I'm not really, I done sprinting, but yeah, I just wasn't that shorter legs and powerful of sort of runner. I didn't really get into that. So let me know what you think. Yeah, hopefully keep your comments coming in. We'll see what this where these posts go, and how far we go with it. So training naturally, and how many years and how much effort do you have to put in compared to someone else maybe who might be taking a little something, eh? So that's how long it took me anyhow, and they're just realistic goals and achievements and off my hard work. So I've got no regrets, because what I done is what I done, and what I achieved. You know, people beat you at loads of stuff, but I'm not bothered. That was all off my own back, and it was only about what I could do anyhow, not about being the best in the world or anything. And you know, I was more than happy. I'm proud of that fact that I achieved something and went as fast as I possibly could, where actually I was the slowest at the school, and in a lot of races in the army I was winning a lot of group PT and fitness and stuff and coming first. So yeah, I was fairly quick on the running. 3 miles I had that down to, like I say, 18 minutes in the end I could run. But again, I was 16 stone, so I could still do 100 press-ups and sit-ups within 2 minutes, no problem, as well. So yeah, just see what you think of it all, and see, you know, if you think that's good, or, you know, is that your limit basically. I believe that was my limit at that, and I wasn't going to get any quicker. So peace guys, I'll leave it with you, have fun, till next time.